So I've been coaching for more than 15 years, I think. I don't know, I'm old now, but it's been a long time. And I've seen a lot of things. I've seen some incredible coaches, and I've had the pleasure of working with some incredible coaches, alongside some coaches. And I've also seen a lot of terrible coaches and a lot of terrible programs, mentorships, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's a bit of a blurred line between coaching, mentoring, teaching, guiding. You've got groups, you've got mentorships, you've got one to ones, you've got masterminds. There's all these different things that are available out there to help. And that's what they're ultimately there for, is to help. Well, all right, not all of them. Some of them are just there to make money and to make things worse for you. But I'd say a good 80% of people out there genuinely do want to help, but they're not always going about it in the right way. I think there is ways of doing things that work better than others. Now, in my experience, the things that don't work are jumping into a massive mentorship group with a million other people, no access to the founder or the person who started it, because that's who you want to work with, really. That's the person who knows this stuff. That's the person who you are buying into. But more often than not, you don't end up working with them. You end up working with somebody else, or you get palmed off on a success coach or someone else who's not really a patch on the original founder. You get a million live Zoom sessions a week. You get a load of pre-recorded training that doesn't necessarily suit where you're at, but you just spent hours going through it anyway because you think you should, because you paid for it. And all of it is supposed to help, but it doesn't. It becomes this overwhelming, stressful thing that you feel compelled to take part in because you paid for it. When in reality, it's just making things worse for you, stressing you out, overwhelming you. You're wasting time and energy on things that are not necessarily going to move you forwards. When you work with someone, when you work with a coach, you should be working with that person. Okay, you should be working side by side with that person. You should have personalized, custom built programs so that you know exactly what material to consume, so you know exactly what skills to practice, so you know exactly where to put your time and your effort, because everything else is wasted. Life nowadays is so hard. We are all so busy. We have a million different things coming at us all the time that we don't need something extra that is supposed to help us adding to the stress and making it worse. So, what I would urge you to do next time you look at a course, a program, a mentorship, coaching, whatever the hell it is, really do your homework and figure out, is this actually going to help me, or is it going to be another stressor? Is it going to be another thing that adds onto my never ending to do list? And if the answer is yes, then it's probably not going to be the right option for you. I've spent so much money over the years working with people and never really got what was promised, which is one of the reasons why I try so hard with Project Tempest to deliver and over deliver and make sure you get exactly what I've promised you. So think about what you're doing, think about how you're spending your money, how you're spending your time, and what you're investing in. Like I said, Project Tempest is different because when you work with me one to one, you work with me. You don't work with somebody else. It's me. You get my time, my energy, my focus. That's all on you. And I want you to win. So I'll do whatever we need to do to make that happen. You'll get a game plan that is built for you based on your situation, your goals, and your requirements right now. That will be adapted as we go because life changes, things happen. So we'll get feedback. You'll stay in contact with me, you'll get support. You have that level of adaptability to match where you're at and where you're going. You'll also have the support. You need to ask a question, ask it. I'll guide you towards an answer, or I'll guide you towards you figuring out the answer on your own. Because coaching is guidance, really. And that's why you need a coach who can ask you the right questions to help you find the way to the answer. Sometimes I may just give you the answer if there is a straight answer. Other times, I'm going to guide you towards figuring it out for yourself, because that's how you get better, that's how you grow, that's how you up level. If someone's holding your hand all the time, then you're going to stay stuck. You need a balance. There'll be times where you do need someone to hold your hand. There'll be times where you do need someone to kick you in the ass. But there will also be times where you need someone to go, no, hang a minute, use your brain and think about what you're doing. And a good coach will do that for you. They'll be able to identify what you need when you need it and then give it to you accordingly. Sounds a bit dirty, doesn't it? Give it to you accordingly. But that's the whole point. Rather than spending thousands and thousands and going into a pointless group with loads of Zoom calls that are not necessarily going to be worth your time and a big bank of info, try and find someone who will actually work with you based on what you need. Because it does take effort, it does take time to create change and get results, but you can do it in a more efficient way, a faster way, if you have something custom built for you, which is why I brought the one-to-one coaching into Project Tempest. Yes, there absolutely will be a group program, but it will still retain elements of personalization and support and all of these other things that you get when you work with me one-to-one. So when you're looking into coaching, whether that's for your mind, your health, your physical health, fitness, whatever it is, check that it's got these elements. If it's a group, that's fine. But how much attention are you going to get? How much do you need? Make sure what you're paying for is what you actually need and what you want, so you don't end up disappointed and on the long list of people who have been missold and wasted on money on something that's left them struggling.